lot of model check for me. Don't check for me unless you got checks for me. I kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Law had the spot in Treasure Tree. So many they get a vasectomy.
What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports. Here's my final 2019 NBA mock draft just before the actual draft on Thursday. And there will be no trades in this one, just a lottery. But if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button with notifications on so you don't miss a video. We're going to start off here with the number 1 pick, and of course it is going to be Zion Williamson. No surprises here. He's pretty much a lock at number 1. And Anthony Davis was just traded by the Pelicans to the Lakers, so that doesn't really change this pick. But now the Pelicans have 2 top 4 picks. So who are they going to use at number 4 to pair with Zion? I don't know. They've already got a lot of young pieces. So Zion, obviously the best fit here. Best athlete, consensus number 1 pick here. He's just a monster. And with the 2nd overall pick, I've got the Memphis Grizzlies taking Ja Morant, number 2. And this I also think is pretty much locked in. Grizzlies have already said if Ja Morant is there at number 2, which he will be for sure, then they will take him. And they'll look to ship Mike Conley somewhere, maybe to Phoenix, maybe to Indiana. With Ja Morant, very skilled, incredible playmaker, very athletic. Reminds me of a skinnier version of Russell Westbrook. He's that athletic, that good of a playmaker. He's going to be really good off the bat, really NBA ready, so very good pick here. At pick number 3, I don't see a way that the Knicks mess this one up. I mean, it's pretty clear you take the best available, RJ Barrett. And it looks like you're not going to get Kevin Durant. It looks like you're not going to get probably Kyrie Irving either. Maybe Kemba Walker, but RJ Barrett, who was at one point the number 1 pick, but Zion had an incredible season. You get a guy who can turn into a superstar in RJ Barrett, and he's still really good, still NBA ready, still has a lot of potential at pick number 3. Very good value. And we've got the Pelicans back on the board at number 4 from the Anthony Davis trade. And the pick that I got here is DeAndre Hunter. I think he's the best after the top 3. So they could go Jarrett Culver, they could go Darius Garland. Doesn't make too much sense if they keep the pick, but it looks like they're trying to ship it for like an all-star caliber player, maybe a small forward. We don't know, maybe a center. But if they do keep the pick, DeAndre Hunter is probably the best guy here. Very good player already, a little bit on the older side, but still has a lot of potential. Cleveland Cavaliers at pick number 5. They just need talent on that roster, and it looks like they could be moving out, trading down with maybe Atlanta. But if they do stay at number 5, I have them taking Jarrett Culver. He's a really good prospect, really good defender, gritty defender, has the length, and can shoot the 3, does a little bit of everything, playmakes, plays defense, can cover up a lot of Colin Sexton's weaknesses, which surprisingly was on the defensive side of the ball and the playmaking. So he'll be a really good fit alongside Colin Sexton. They could go Darius Garland though. Pick number 6, and we've got the Phoenix Suns, and their greatest weakness is at the point guard position. So Darius Garland, next best point guard available after Ja Morant. They could go Coby White if they like him better, but I think Garland has more of a potential to be a star in the league. So I think they go him, pair him alongside Devin Booker. Garland is going to be more of a playmaker, shot creator. He's not going to really play defense that well, but he's just going to score. They need someone who can run an offense in Phoenix, or they could trade this pick for maybe a Mike Conley. Who knows what they do, but I think they take Darius Garland. Bulls up next, and I've got them going with the next best point guard in Coby White. And I think they also could go Cameron Reddish here if they really like him. I think Cameron Reddish could be a star in this league. Coby White's going to be a solid starter. I don't really see star potential in him as much as I do Darius Garland and Ja Morant, but I think he'll still be solid in the NBA. He's going to take a little bit of time to develop just because he's so raw. Only had 1 year at UNC, and he came on a little bit late, so I think he's going to take some time to be a solid starter. The Atlanta Hawks at pick number 8, and I think they just go best available wing here. They obviously don't need a point guard. They don't need a power forward. And I think they just go Cameron Reddish. He's got a lot of star potential in him. His production wasn't the best at Duke. Obviously not shooting as efficiently as he would have hoped. But he did have to share the court with Zion and RJ Barrett, who are 2 top 3 picks in this draft. So I think once you see him in the NBA, he's going to have a lot more space. He's going to be a better NBA player than he was in college. Definitely like this pick at number 8. Next up, we got the Washington Wizards, and they have pick 9. I think they just go best available center, or I mean they could go power forward. They need a lot of talent on the Wizards roster. They don't have a lot of talent except John Wall and Bradley Beal. A couple other guys who can play, but no really third options. So I think they just go Jackson Hayes, who can be like a Rudy Gobert type center if he reaches his full potential. An elite shot blocker in college, very athletic, can run the rim and run the court. He's going to catch lobs. Just a really good center. At number 10 here, we've got the Atlanta Hawks once again. I do think they take Bol Bol here, who has the potential to be another unicorn in the league, just like Kristaps Porzingis. Very good shooter for a guy that's over 7 foot tall, but he is injury prone. But I think the Hawks are one of the few teams that can afford to take a risk with 3 picks in the top 17 from that Brooklyn Nets trade. So I do think they go out, try to pair a star alongside Trae Young. They've already got the number 8 pick, also number 17, but they could look to trade out of it if they want to. Now it gets a little bit shaky outside of the top 10 because a lot of these guys are wild cards, but I do have the Timberwolves at number 11 taking Romeo Langford, who did not shoot the 3-ball well in college, only shot about 24% from 3, but he's an elite shot creator, can be a good playmaker at times at the shooting guard position, and the Timberwolves just need talent. At this point, it's just Wiggins and Towns. They just need someone else, maybe a point guard, but there's not really that many point guards in this draft. So I do think they go Romeo Langford here. At pick number 12, it's the Charlotte Hornets, and they have not done a good enough job to surround Kemba Walker with talent. I think they got to take a chance here on someone who could be a star, could be the next Giannis. SEKOU DOUMBOUYA was probably the best international prospect so far in this draft. Maybe Goga, but I do think this guy has the potential to be a Giannis type player. He's got the athleticism, he's got the length, he's got the skills. He just needs to put it together. Not enough production in his pro career, so I do think they take a chance on him. At number 13, we've got the Miami Heat, and they're in a bit of a strange situation, but I do have them taking NASSIR Little out of UNC, who's another guy who didn't have the best production in college. Actually, one of the worst productions in the lottery so far. And he just has the athleticism, the build, kind of like Cam Reddish, but not to that degree. He can't really shoot it all, doesn't really have the form, but he has the ability, the athleticism, the length to be a great defender in the NBA and maybe even a good scorer, so take a chance on him. And with the final pick of the lottery, we've got the Boston Celtics, who might look to trade up or trade down because they've got a lot of picks in the upcoming draft. I don't think they want that many rookies, but if they do stay here, Rui Hachimura could even go in the top 10. He's very talented, very versatile, can score in a lot of different ways, does a little bit of everything, can even shoot threes a little bit, but he's the most NBA ready, I think, outside of the top 8. So I think the Celtics will go him because they aren't really in a rebuild mode, so he would help them right away. That's going to do it for this mock draft. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you leave a like. Also subscribe.